Hey guys, it's me Drew from Drew and Kim Plays. I am back with the June 2022 Drew and Kin Invitational. We did not film the last one because it was a lot of a mess and to get all the replays and stuff. And Kendall is not here. She is actually planning and testing Ken's Corner, the first ever Ken's Corner video. And so it's just me right now. And so we had 16 participants, including myself for the very first time. I actually played. And so yeah, we had top 6, 4 rounds of Swiss. And before we go into Swiss, let's just throw a replay up of a nice game 3 from Sage and AEX. Here is the Swiss feature game. It's Guru versus Utopia, but both of their builds are quite funny. Plus, we have, as you can see, a Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. That warrants an inclusion in this video. So he's gonna fire off the Ghost Sister, and Sage's gonna play into it, and she's going to just do normal Utopia thing. She's gonna make Beyond here, and we're gonna see a hyper rank at Magic Force to Dragnar, and a lot of light points are being gained here. And we see the Imperm finally drop into turn pass. The only unfortunate thing about this game is there was a lot of bricking going on AX Shadow's side. However, funny things are summoned in this game, therefore it warrants an inclusion. So we're going to see a bit of beatdown. Cyclone's an unfortunate draw here. And we see the Dododo draw, literally top decking Pot of Greed into Red Blossoms from Underroot, which is really funny, and I like this. This is very great, and sadly we didn't see either of these people in Top Cut, but Top Cut is interesting. So we're just gonna see a bit of beat down here, and yeah, Shadow did not get any Guru cards here other than Umostrix, so it's just pretty much game here. Tikaboo is a little too late and doesn't really do anything here. We're gonna go in, and that's game. Top Cut on the screen up here. We did something different. We did 5th through 6th duels, and that winner plays first, and 3rd through 4th duels, and that winner plays second, instead of 3 through 6 and 4 through 5, because I feel like you should be rewarded more for getting first instead of just instantly playing the 3rd seed. But if we have more people, we'll cut the top 8. So this might be the last top 6, but you never know. So let's just roll on. So the top cut was me. I know, I topped. What more can I say? Josh. Oh wait, okay. I was on BA. Josh was on Salmon Great Code Talkers. Ojama was on DDD. Hum was on Megalith Drytron. Yeah, I already said him. Axel was on Ignisters, and Alex was on Sword Soul. Buddy brought Branded to our tournament. Very poggers, but next time I expect to see some more Branded. Alright, so let's start with me versus Josh. Game 1. So I'm going to open the Rhino Warrior. And this is I play Josh at locals, so, you know, we know each other. And so he's going to hit me with the Imperm on Rhino Warrior, and yeah. I'm going to strike the Gazelle. He's going to set an Imperm. I'm going to draw a tour guy. He's going to Imperm the tour guy and turn off my IDP for turn. We go into Dante. Dante's going to do some milling. Mill Phoenix Rhino Warrior. I mill Graph. Graph I'll summon Seer so I can get the resource loop going. Swing. Swing. Here I go into Downer Magician. So, trying to bring Skarm back so I get the Skarm trigger, and then I go into Zeus, and he drops Nibiru, which I did not know he had, but you know, he has Nibiru there, and I add Farfa back, and Skarm adds Tour Guide. So the problem is, I'm going to admit this, Josh kind of got instantly duel after getting off work, and kind of misplayed here. I should have lost this game, so I'm really, I mean, like, it didn't really affect the winner of the tournament, because I didn't win, spoiler alert, but you know, sometimes when you are exhausted, you make the wrong play. So he should have went into the transcode, then the update, so he could have the OTK here. But you know, He misses lethal, and, well, I punish that. I draw torrential. Tour guy, there's no interruption this time. Break sword. Break sword, I will mill a seer. Seer, I'll bring my Dante back. Dante will swing in. I'm playing the second Downer Magician, so I can go into Zeus and Torrential and pretty much got this one locked up. He's going to set call by. I'm going to Zeus, just clear game, and Dante, Seer, Seer, Dante. Just going to draw. Just go into battle. Just end the game right here. And let me pull up game 2. Alright, game 2. He opens Desires. He circles. He still has his Gazelle. Gazelle effect. Dumping Spinny. Spinny. Summoning itself. Balings. Balings effect. Add Sanctuary. He's going to pitch the Sanctuary off Mining. In this build, he is not really playing Sunlight Wolf. Well, he's playing one, but he's not playing Rage and Roar. It's more of a, I guess, Heat Soul to draw a lot of cards and get you a lot of hand traps and just control the game with Signet Conflict, which is a crazy card. I mill both my tour guides here, but I do mill a Phoenix Rhino Warrior, which is promptly Ash Blossom. I go to battle, try to heat over the Heat Soul because the Heat Soul is important, and he hits me with the Imperm. Excuse me. I'm at set 3. So I'm thinking IDP here is pretty killer, but he's got the Conflict, and I should have known he had the Conflict. He's going to Feather Duster, so I'm going to at least get that back in hand. And I lost connection here, however, he had lethal, because if you see the hand right here, that's update access code, this entire hand right here, so I'm like, yeah, you can have it. Like, I'm not trying to cause any drama here. So we're going to go game 3. And this is quite a rough hand, so I'm going to tour guy, he's going to Ash me, and I'm going to set 2 and pass. He's going to circle. Circle's going to add Gazelle. He's going to Flame Buffalo, and I'm going to put that back on top of his deck, and I'm going to mill a Graph. And Graph's going to get Scarm, which will instantly die because of there's a non-BA on field. So I will grab a Tour Guide and go into that again. I'll summon Graph. Dante. Ooh, mill a Seer. That's nice. Let's get the Scarm out and the Cherubini. Let's get the Calcap out because he puts a damage up and, you know, he might come up. So we're going to go into Downerd. We're going to go into Zeus. Cherubini protects. Scarm. I'll add a Seer because I'm out of tour guides. Alright, now, this time I unfortunately cannot stop the Buffalo effect, but I can put Farfa up. And, yeah, just Zeus, and that's game right there. So I advance to the semis. Now we're going to have Alex versus Axel, which is Ignister versus Sword Soul. And if you rearrange their names, they say each other. Alex versus Axel. So Achichi, add Dark Infant, add Ignister. We're going to Ignister Island here. Island, Picari, add Fighting Spirit. Achichi, Wicked. Wicked gives monsters protection, so it's a good way to hide or stop or insulate your plays. And Doyon, Wind Pegasus. It's crucial to get the Wind Pegasus. And he's going to Doyon, add the Achichi back. He's going to Transcode, bring the Splash Mage back. He's going to go into a 3k arrival here, but he has the Danmar in hand, the Veiler, and the Imperm set, so that's a lot. So Ecclesia into the Moye. Moye is going to be met with a Veiler, but he has the Call by the Grave, so that's a rough. So the Moye going off pretty good here. Chi-Jiao, Moye. Grab the long one, and the Emergence to get the Taya. It's going to normal the Taya. Going to modulate. Get into Yazi to try to force this back row out. The back row will be forced out. He hits on the Chi-Jiao. And he's going to put that back. But here comes the long one. And we have enough in the banished pile to do some damage here. We're going to get some burn in. Monk, he's going to Vishuda back the field spell, which really doesn't do anything. And then he learns that the arrival has text on it, and you have to beat over this thing. So he tries. Dan Mari saves, and yeah, and set blackout and droplets. Dan Mari's going to negate that. He's going to island, get House combo, get rid of the Chinging, which is very hard to deal with. And Hiyari gonna sudden. He's gonna. I can't speak. He's gonna sudden shift here, bring the Picari back, and he's gonna droplet on the Picari. However, this is, if you're counting an 8K, this is going to be an 8K access code talker, which without update jammer is lethal, and that's one of the scary things about Ignisters. They can make they can kill you without update jammer, and yeah. Gonna throw it to game 2. So Alex is going first. He has anti-spell fragrance. Excuse me. And the anti-spell here is pretty killer. It pretty much turns off his entire deck. So, and we have the droplets, the imperm, all that. It's just not going to be enough. He's going to try a Chi-Chi. He's going to Chi-Jow that. Going to go to the Link 1. He's going to try again. He's going to let it resolve because, you know, I mean, you're not activating the field spell that turn. And Taya, and pretty much just going to concede here in a second. Because nothing can be done. He's got well over lethal. And we're going to game 3. Alright. Game 3, he's going to start with a Chi-Chi, which this man always opens for some odd reason. Going to Dark Infant. There is no hand traps in Alex's hand, which is pretty rough, because you need to stop the arrival from hitting the board. One of the reasons the Ignisters did so well at this tournament is because none of us really brought Kaijus. Nobody in this format is really bringing Kaijus, so a deck like Ignister can just like hit you by surprise if you can't get rid of it. Although I reckon when Marinsis is coming into the fold, we might see a bit more Kaijus, or at least stuff like Underworld Goddess that can out it. The only game in Swiss that Axel lost was in round 1 to Heroes, which actually is one of the few decks that can just like search their way to out it. They can search Honest Neos and climb over it. But this is a 5K with Crossout and Ash. He's gonna Storm and chain Crossout to get called by the grave because he needs that Ash to resolve. He's gonna Ash to Desires, so he's gonna have, now thankfully he has the Ashuna, and the Ashuna does things. And off the banish, another Desires. So he's got Psychic and Punisher, and if you see, he Dan Mari to stop that because the Punisher will be able to walk over it. Punisher is one of the few cards that can out it actually, and not many people are playing in Sword Soul, so that was a real shock. Like, he's got Security Dragon to deal with this card. He's gonna go Battle. Gonna go 1900. He top decks Taya, which is pretty good here. Ashuna. Now, there is a very neat interaction that happens here that we're about to see. A Chi-Chi has a second effect of when a Cyberse you control is battling, you can destroy your own Cyberse. And that actually came up here because he made Qingying and put the Security Dragon to 0, and he was going to die. But a Chi-Chi, which a Chi-Chi has that second effect, and it keeps him alive. Now, the problem is, he's got to get rid of his own Monk of the Tenyi somehow. Otherwise, he's going to die. Because, I don't know. He's trying to get rid of it here. And he brought it back, which was not that was a very bad misplay there, and that's gonna cost him the game. Unfortunate. I don't know why you would bring that monster back, because you would finally be able to beat over it. But I guess he reckoned that Axel was maybe had a way to, what's it called, access code. But you know, anyway, me versus Ojama. I lost to Ojama in Swiss. And again, my tour guide gets Veilered. So I only play 2, because you open it and they hit it and it's just sad. So I really should have Dino-Mishus that. In hindsight, I was thinking about Dino-Mishusing it, because you know, they would usually lead with the one of their starters, and you know, but letting him do that was very bad, and that did cost me. I know this is the first time I've ever piloted BA, so yeah. I did do a bit of misplays. I'm playing the trap variant that has no hand traps, so I can't really stop stuff. I went 3-1 in Swiss. Like I said, my only loss was to the guy I'm facing in the semis, Ojama, who has played DDD for a while, and he knows this deck inside out. He's a very good DDD pilot, and he's just going to wipe the floor with me. And as you see here, I shouldn't have let this guy get on the field because it turned off my second Dynamicious. I'm just going to scoop here. And we're going to go to game 2 here. So I don't open any names, but I open 4 back row. And Ojama Brit pretty bad, so I'm going to anti-spell. And I'm going to pass. He can't do anything. So I do see Calcab. I'm going to walk in with Calcab. And he's going to Orthros. And I feel like if his hand was dead, then I would put the Orthros back on top of his deck and get me another turn. So again, he's going to set the Lamia this time. And I top deck Graph. And Graph's going to go in. I got Dante. Dante milling 3. He's going to try to stop the attack boost because he needs, you know, stay alive. Because DDD kind of grinds. So I got Seer out. Lamia's got 1900. To be fair, I don't know that. So, you know, that's why I hit in. But, going to Torrential here. Stop the Link 2 from hitting on field. Seer target Graph. Graph target Seer. Bring the Dante back out. Bring the Seer. Lamia's got an effect. Bring the Lamia out. And there's a Dynamicious. I'm going to Tour Guide. He's going to Valor that, which is rough. It's very rough. I'm going to go into Dark the Dark Charmer. This is my spicy tech. People don't really play it in BA because it conflicts with the, you know, the BA's blowing up. I mean, like, there's a lot of darks in the format, and I can get this guy out of the grave. And he's pretty big. It's going to set Ash. Seer, which effect negated, survives. So I'm going to swing and swing. Turn 10. There's Savant Kepler. And he's just going to surrender here because, like, yeah, I mean, like, can't really do anything here. Now it's time for game 3. So I did misplay in this game. However, it would have not affected the outcome of the game because he went first and drew a magnificent hand. And nah, that hand I like. I would have loved to go first with that hand, but I couldn't. And you know, it's sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh is a die roll. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get this far, so I'm happy with myself. But to lose here is a little unfortunate. So he's got the Marksman Tell. I'm gonna burn me for 1,000. Gilgamesh. Necro Slime. Flame High. Griffin. Machinex. Bring that out. He gets the Headhunt here. This is where I misplayed. So I probably should have kept the Rhino. So what I did is I led with IDP, which allows him to respond. If I Wing Blasted first and put that back out, then I could have IDP and got rid of the Amnesty Doom King Machina. However, I mean, like, when you have both of these up here and the Headhunt, like, I'm just dead. Like, even without that pretty bad misplay there, I'm just dead. And I'm just gonna surrender here. Or let it go through, I guess. So, all right, DDD are in the finals. All right, next we have Hum versus Axel. Mechalith Drytron. Hum went undefeated in Swiss and was the consensus favorite to win the tournament. We're going to see the Valor there, and he's got to go Link Kribo pass. Opening double Ash Blossoms, rather unfortunate. So he ashes, and then he has the Call by the Grave, so he's going to drop it to keep the Picari from triggering. And gonna get that. Gonna get the Ignister Island. Gonna get some of the Atichi. The Atichi will add a Doyon, Cyber's Wicked. And, you know, it's not looking good here. Gonna go into the Arrival here. Gonna keep going. He's gonna pop the Link Karibo and pretty much just set up for the 8K access code line. And yeah, that's game 1. Okay, game 2, we have Foolish Burial, getting a name engraved, ban alpha, eat a 10, gonna get us to the bin 10. And you're gonna Valor that. That is a very good call to Valor that card. It's gonna cause a turn pass. Mining, it's gonna Achichi. Now you're gonna see him hold the Ash here for the extender. He's got the Island. He's gonna Wicked, Gachari. He's gonna I meet you. Now he hits the extender here, which is the smart way to shut this deck down, I think. I think it's a good way to shut this deck down. Because if you hit their starter, it hurts their search power, but they're just gonna go right into the Link 1 and get their field spell. And if you have another interruption there, that hurts, but like if you only have one in that case, I guess you gotta hurt the extender, take a guess there. Anyway, we're seeing why bin 10 coming back to 2 was a bad idea, because he's going to get a gajillion cards off of this. And even though Wicked cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, you can just like make a giant board, and he's got what, 0 in hand here? And if he doesn't draw anything good here, then you know he's not looking like he's in a good spot. We got Diviner of the Herald, send the Arclight, Baron, which the Baron will just negate anything Axel does. So, and we got even got the Magic Key here, and the Magic Key counter trap. He's gonna pop that. So like he's not, and he top sets the Crow. He's just gonna swing in and Crow the Diviner and just call it a game here. And yeah. All right, it's time for the all-important game 3, and that is a hand from Axel. He's got the Achichi. Opens no interruptions. Dark Infant Agnister. He's got everything he needs to go full combo. Wicked, I meet you. Doyon. Cybers. Adding the Achichi back. Splash Mage. Island. Bring out Achichi. Hikari. Gonna go into Dark Templar here. Now, I don't know if I'm right here, but he could have probably summoned to the zone here and made a bigger arrival here. But again, he's got Called by Imperm Ash. Maybe he just want to overextend. Now, he's going to Ash the Diviner, which is rough. Now, he's going to try to negate this activation, but the field spell has text on it. So he's going to Drytron Nova, which is where I would Ash if they tried to do anything. Now, however, he calls by the Herald here, and then he Imperms the Phoenix. So that pretty much turns the turn off here. And, you know, even if he draws the 30, he's got the I Meet You, which gets the Achichi, which gets the ball rolling. And as if you've been watching this video up to this point, you know he's just going to make an 8K access code talker. And it's looking like that we're going to have a Ignister versus D2D final. Down goes Alright, game 1. He's going to Mining into a Chi-Chi. He's going to get Picari, Dark Infant Agnister, Island effect, Picari. He's going to Valor the Picari. He's going to Called by the Valor, which is good. It's great. And he's still got Crow and stuff in hand. Fighting Spirit. Wicked. It's going to get its effect to get the Baruru. It's going to go in the transcode. Baru's going to dump Damari to give that extra protection. Wicked. And we see the 3K rival Imperm, DD Crow, and Baruru. He's going to go for the Puri Res map. He's going to Copernicus, and we're going to see the Imperm there. Now remember this column here, folks. Imperm has more text on its name. So Gilgamesh, Damari is going to deal with the Link 2. And then we're going to see Desperation Mode. He's going to 1-for-1 in the Imperm column, which is rough. However, he's going to crash them both off. So, and then, you know, sometimes Axel just top decks a Chi-Chi and has the full combo, and he doesn't even need to use the Arrival to kill because Puri Res map put him at 4,000. Got the Splash Mage, to Baruru. Decode Talker Heat Soul. Draws a cross out just in case he had a nib in hand. And he's going to Isle Reborn. And then we're just going to see game there. Alright, game 2. Now, this is going to be very rough for Axel, and he doesn't know it, but that field spell that he has right there in his hand is absolutely insane. It literally kills Ignister. Even with the Imperm here, he's got this and the Droll in hand, so it's going to be incredibly difficult. I actually think it's just impossible for him to even get out of this. I don't even know what kind of hand you would need to get out of this, because you're locked there. There's the Island, and you can't link. And, you know, it's going to top deck the Veiler. He's going to go into Mach-N X. Mach-N X going to swing. Mach-N X into Zeus. I don't know if that was the right call, because the Mach-N X would just, you know, stop things. But, you know, I'm not in the finals, so, yeah. Veiler the Baruru. Going to go Splash. He's going to Zeus on the summon. And then that's going to get him Kepler back in hand. Not Kepler. Wait, is that Kepler? That is Kepler. And, I mean, he doesn't even need it because he just top decks Cerberus, and that's game. Alright, folks. Now, time for game 3. Now, this hand is nuts. There's a Nibiru there, but this hand is nuts. This hand's insane. Island, backup, Wicked, Mining, pitch that, Island, a Chi-Chi. We're going to see the Nib drop here, but the Nib is just a little too early. Although I don't think he knew that. And he has Mathmech Sigma into Security Dragon, and he can still play through. He's going to go into Transcode right here, still going. Add that converter back. Wicked, Idol Reborn. Doyon, adding Picari back. Wind Pegasus, Baruru. Splash Mage, he's going for a 6k Arrival Cybers here, and there is a theoretical way to out a 5k in Ojama's deck. There's not a way to get a 6k. So that is the end of the Drew and Kin June 2022 Invitational. Congrats to Axel for blindsiding everybody with Ignisters. Ignisters are a really good deck this format. Not a lot of people are prepared for it, and you can just play a lot of hand traps, and we got 1-card starters. But anyway, guys, if you want to play in the Invitational, the next one, maybe next month, probably, join the Discord and get in contact, and we would love for you to come and play. And remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, join the family, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.